Hey everyone. This month marks the last chance for Julian Assange. On February 20th, the founder of WikiLeaks will go before London's High Court to argue the injustice of his extradition to the United States, which Britain has approved. What is the trial of Assange all about? Legally speaking, it's about 18 charges for allegedly transmitting classified documents to the public. Practically speaking, it's about making courageous journalism a crime and silencing dissent. The prosecution of Assange, according to Georgetown law professor Jonathan Turley, represents the most important press freedom case in the last 300 years. Turley is not the only expert alarmed by the charges. Former United Nations Special Rapporteur Nils Melzer has argued that Trump and Biden's conduct in this case amounts to persecution and torture and represents a gross violation of human rights. New York Times, Amnesty International, Der Spiegel, The Guardian, and Human Rights Watch all have spoken in solidarity on Assange's behalf, as have United States presidential candidates Cornel West, Marianne Williamson, Vivek Ramaswamy, Tulsi Gabbard, and Robert F. Kennedy, Jr. As Kennedy recently wrote, "There's no America without a free press. There's no free press without a free Julian Assange." This growing chorus of voices wants to end what amounts to a cruel charade. But justice can't be served without a true uprising from the American people. Why should Main Street America care about the fate of this Australian journalist and the media organization Assange founded in Iceland? Because Assange risked his life to defend endangered Americans. A decade before the death of Beau Biden and so many other American soldiers who lost their lives due to toxic exposure in Iraq and Afghanistan, Assange and WikiLeaks released a 2006 United States Air Force memo documenting the toxic effects of the burn pits, the open-air waste facilities that have been the Agent Orange of the forever war generation. Surveys estimate that as many as 3.5 million American veterans, to say nothing of Afghans and Iraqis, were exposed to this silent killer, or what the scholar Rob Nixon calls slow violence. Reporting from Haditha in 2008, I was one of those Americans exposed to the burn pits. Assange's journalism has saved lives and altered discourse. Assange has courageously called corporations like Kellogg Brown Root, who man the Haditha burn pits, to account all around the world. It was not just the torture of detainees at Guantanamo Bay or the murder of foreign journalists in Iraq that Assange spoke up for through the release of WikiLeaks. Assange risked his life to speak up for the Americans who are, to this day, still dying from the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. Matthew Ho, a global war on terror veteran and a 2022 North Carolina Senate candidate, argues that the crime committed by Edward Snowden and Julian Assange was letting the people know what our government was doing. Their ongoing persecution is a national disgrace. Snowden himself has argued for Assange's release, claiming that this case marks a dark moment in the history of the United States. But the accord in the veteran community does not just echo from the global war on terror generation. The Vietnam veteran and director Oliver Stone has also spoken up for Assange, saying, "I am Julian Assange, because I could be next and you could too." Do you want your government telling journalists anywhere in the world what they can and can't publish? Legendary Vietnam War whistleblower Daniel Ellsberg, who leaked the Pentagon Papers, seconds Stone's call for Americans to identify with the cancellation, defamation, persecution, prosecution, and torture of Assange. For Ellsberg, who recently died and was also charged under the controversial 1917 Espionage Act, Assange's freedom was one of his final wishes. "I am Julian Assange," Ellsberg said in the last year of his life, joining Stone's Spartacus call and amplifying Kennedy's argument that the torture of Assange is equivalent to the destruction of the First Amendment and the abuse of all Americans who cherish the Constitution. Therefore, in unison with Ellsberg, Stone, Snowden, Ho, Kennedy, Gabbard, Ramaswamy, Williamson, West, Rashida Tlaib, Rand Paul, Ilhan Omar, Matt Taibbi, Alice Walker, John Malkovich, John Cusack, Pamela Anderson, Glenn Greenwald, Amy Goodman, Tom Morello, Human Rights Watch, The Guardian, Der Spiegel, Amnesty International, The New York Times, and so many others. Viva la Muerte asked President Biden and the Department of Justice to restore the American Constitution and free the most consequential and innovative journalist of the 21st century. Free Julian Assange, Mr. President. Julian, this is for you. This is for you and Stella.
so beautiful, we can be so dark. We're the source of the flood, and we're the wild art. You saw the source, you saw the light, so we locked you up and continued to fight. They're afraid of you, they're afraid of what's real. You didn't sign up to die, but that's not part of the deal. You know what happens when you live in a cage. The song repeats all night and day. Do what the Spirit says do. Do what the Spirit says do. There are others here who feel just like you. Do what the Spirit, do what the Spirit, do what the Spirit says do. Cage the elephant, hide the light, get the truth into the night. You couldn't fake it. One crazy day, you took a couple letters from the USA. Do what the Spirit says do. Do what the Spirit says do. There are others here who feel just like you. Do what the Spirit, do what the Spirit, do what the Spirit says do. Can you stand it right now? 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 Do what the Spirit says do. Do what the Spirit says do. There are others here who feel just like you. So do what the Spirit, do what the Spirit, do what the Spirit says do. We can be so beautiful, we can be so dark. We're the source of the flood and we're the wild art. You saw the source, you saw the light, locked you up and continued to fight.
Hello, everyone. Just a moment to introduce our band here. We are Viva la Muerte, but we also have some guests. We have Jared Zemer on bass, who's been playing with me for about 15 years now. Jared, wave to the world. On sax is Viva la Muerte's saxophone player, Miss Nikki Trail. On lead guitar, from Farewell Friend, Mr. Tom Troyer. And from Mystic Syndicate and Royal Jelly, on drums, Mr. Bob Powell. That first song was written for Julian Assange. It's called Spirit. This next song is about easy answers, a thing Julian was not a fan of. It's called Loan Me a Wolf.
But when my love starts to roam, sheep. Loan me a wolf to put me to sleep. Loan me a wolf when I'm all alone. Loan me a wolf for when my love gets too close. I love your touch, I love your song. I hear all the birds after you're gone. Feel my heart start to pound every time you make that sound. Unless the disguise, and I feel like I'm feeling again. Feel like I'm feeling again. Feel like my heart is beating again. Feel like I'm feeling again. I feel like I'm feeling again. Feel like I'm feeling again. Feel like my heart is beating again. Feel like
So that was Feel Like I'm Feeling Again. I'm going to grab a little water here, and then we'll play a little more for you. That is an original song. All of these songs are originals. You can find that on our first album, All the Birds. This next song is from our second album, The Eyes of Men, and it is called Tom Waits' Basement.
Down below, you can dig your way to China. Just grow old, dig and dig. Maybe get dug, write it all down. After the flood, seem too young to be down here, a bit too old for you to care. Faces of the workers floating in the smoke. Come down here, get in on Joker came from here. Joker gave us a year. Joker is taking it back. Listen, I hear it in the back. 2, here's a clue. This is the last. Win when you lose. 4, remember me. The old boy tore the tie down from the tree. 5, 6, have a beer. Whisper all your dreams into my ears. 7, 8, you and me. Put a buffalo nickel in the machine. 9, 10, now this is it. One more song to keep that fire lit. 11, 11, now what's in store? Come down here after looking for more. Oh, Buffalo Bill. Oh, then your mama's pill. Oh, then the silver tongue. Baby, you were my favorite one. Yeah, I'm still in love with you. Moonlight nights under the moon. Too soon, it's now too late. Love gets cold, just like hey, hey, hey. Here's the last line. Our little love's aftermath. Beautiful babe, don't hang around. Say goodbye to your favorite clown. 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 Say goodbye to your favorite clown.
Hope everybody's doing well out there. Ileana, Stella, thank you for having us. Let's all keep up the fight for Julian. We got one more song for you tonight, or today, depending on what part of the planet you're on. This is called Santa Muerte. And this is a song about the thing that Julian is teaching us all about. It's about sacrifice. Santa Muerte, bring rain to this land. Santa Muerte, help me be a man. Santa Muerte, I'm so lost. Santa Muerte, I'll pay the cost. I grew cold, fell in love, my own soul. Santa Muerte, I'm so lost. Santa Muerte, I'll pay the cost. Never got to see her in the light. Now she's gone. Now she's gone. Up in the sky, now in the darkness of your eye, Santa Muerte, I'm so lost. Santa Muerte, am I the cost? Thank you guys. We are Viva la Muerte. Check out our friend Tom Troyer and his band Farewell Friend. Check out Mystic Syndicate and Royal Jelly with our friend Bob Powell. And again, we are Viva la Muerte from Greensboro, North Carolina. For those of you in another part of the world, North Carolina is famous for a lot of things, but we're also the state where Edward Snowden was born. Let's get these guys out of prison and out of asylum and back in this country. Thank you for your help. Good night. Good morning. Jared Zimmer Pottery. This guy's a hell of a potter, too. Check out his pottery. See you guys.
So dark, we're the source of the flood, and we're the wild hog. You saw the source, you saw the light, so we locked you up and continued to fight.